My name is Musfaq and you are watching my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to describe or explain what are the fundamental rights that is explained in our constitution or enshrined in our constitution and how it affects the society and what are the perspectives that it can be comprehended and how we can approach the court of justice if any of that fundamental right is violated. So please stay until the last part of this video so that you will get a clear understanding how this works. Okay, let's get right into the video. Using my screen so that I will be looking at the screen and explaining by word. Okay, let's get started by the introduction. The fundamental rights are enshrined in the Part 3 of the Constitution, that is from Article 13, 12 to 35. That means that our Constitution is divided into so many parts and schedules. Then each part discusses different variants, okay, different topics. So the Part 3 of the Constitution, the all articles, bunch of articles comes under the part 3 of the Constitution, exclusively describes about the fundamental rights and how we can avail it, what are the fundamental rights, what are the different aspects of, and how it affects the society, and how the courts can issue the writs, and several things are there. So what are the fundamental rights? Some fundamental rights has been adjusted or amended during the course of time. So all those things come under the Part 3 of the Constitution. Okay, so the fundamental rights are enshrined in the Part 3 of the Constitution, that is from Article 12 to Article 35. From Article 12 to Article 35 only deals with the fundamental rights. Okay, Part 3 of the Constitution is described as the Magna Carta of India. Do you know what is meant by Magna Carta? The Magna Carta is the Charter of Rights issued by the King John of England in 1215. It was the first written document relating to the fundamental rights of the citizen. That is, in 13th century. In England, there is a king called as King John, and he was the inventor, or he issued a charter or a rule of laws or a set of rules that describes that gives his own citizens or his subjects some basic human rights or fundamental rights. It's your fundamental right that you can avail it. Before that, I don't know whether there is some laws written by a certain kingdom or empire, but he was the inventor, or it was the introduction. So that document was considered as Magna Carta. That document was named as Magna Carta. So for our constitution, because that much important document it is, so for our constitution, our Magna Carta is considered as the fundamental rights, or from Article 12 to 35. The Part 3 is considered as the Magna Carta of the Constitution. The fundamental rights. The Constitution of India provides 6 types of fundamental rights. That doesn't mean that we only have 6 fundamental rights. No, we have a lot of fundamental rights, but we combine under an umbrella term, or we combine a set of fundamental rights inside a category or under a category. Like that, we have 6 categories of fundamental rights. So we are going to discuss what are the categories that we have. So starting from right to equality, I have told you that Article 12 to 35 consisting of the basic fundamental rights. In that, Article 12 and 13 is different topics, and I will explain what it is written, what they have written under that. So, but starting from Article 14 and until Article 18, Article 14 to Article 18, it only deals about the right to equality. What are the aspects of equality? Who are all considered as equals? Okay, how a person or individual shall not be discriminated in our country, and what is the private property, what is the government property, what is state, and how state can do the discrimination, what are the grounds of discriminations are there. So all those things are completely come under the Article 14 to Article 18, and that the whole fundamental rights is considered, those whole fundamental rights called as the right to equality. And then the next fundamental right is called as the right to freedom. The freedom to move, freedom to express, freedom to form association, freedom to conduct, right to have a private life, right to have privacy, right to have good health, good environment, good water, and good basic human needs, right against exploitation. All those things, the freedom that we enjoy right now, all this comes under Article 19 to Article 22. From Article 22 to Article 19 to Article 22 exclusively deals about the different types of freedoms that we have, the citizens or the persons or all the foreigners all. So right to freedom, that's come under the that's the second fundamental right our constitution offers. And again, the third fundamental right is called as the right against exploitation. That is from not only 2 articles, that is Article 23 and 24. It deals only about that the individual shall not exploit it in any means, not any means. There are some certain provisions, some clauses are there. So like right against exploitation, where like the people, the children under the 14 or 18 years They have been vigorously used once upon a time in our country in factories, like mills and all. So to eradicate that situation, this fundamental right has been introduced. Okay, now we have the important fundamental right that is distinct not only to our country, but it emphasizes a lot about this country and the nature. That is called as right to freedom of religion. From Article 25 to Article 28, from Article 25 to Article 25, 25, 26, 27, and 28. These four articles exclusively deals about the individual's freedom of choice, freedom of belief, freedom of conscience, freedom of he can practice any religion that he loves. Okay, that he wishes to. He can go away from, or he can renounce a religion. He can choose a new religion. There is no restrictions, no bars for practicing a religion in this country in any means. First thing, and the second thing is called there are so many. This country holds a diversity, so there are so many minorities out there. So those minorities have to be protected. So for them, the government is, or the constitution is giving some rights. So basic fundamental rights. So including them, being inclusive and making them connect to the mark. So for those things are also written in the fundamental rights. That comes under the right to freedom of religion, and that explains that starts from Article 25 to Article 28. Now we have the fifth fundamental right, the series of fundamental rights, that is called as cultural and educational rights. So only two articles again, Article 29 and Article 30 deals about the cultural and educational rights. What is meant by cultural and educational rights? That means like in India, every children under the age of 14, I believe, or yes, 14, we have an option to get a free and a compulsory education. That every child shall not go away from getting a free and a compulsory education. That is more vital about our country, and that all things are educational rights are written or dealt in this part. And cultural rights. Cultural rights means I have already shared that this country is highly diverse, a mixture of cultures, mixture of celebration, mixture of colors, mixture of people. So to include all those things, to protect their languages, scripture, everything, this fundamental rights is going to deal with that. Now we have the last series of fundamental rights, that is called as right to constitutional properties. Constitutional properties means like it's only one article, that is article number 32. This article 32 deals with if any of your fundamental rights has been violated by the state or any other individual or private individual, you can approach the court of justice. How you can resolve that issues, how you can redress, how you get the redressal, how you can give a grievance to the office of authority. So that is written in the right to constitutional remedies, Article 32, and Article 32 is considered as the soul of the Constitution, I believe. I don't know about exactly, but Dr. Ambedkar has the chairman of the drafting committee have emphasized this Article 32 as important. So because the people have to gain their rights, it is not only written, it is implemented. So these are the 6 fundamental rights which is enshrined in the Constitution, and is commanded number. There are so many fundamental rights which is amended day by day or by year of changing governments. They amend these fundamental rights, or they add fundamental rights by through laws and enactments and everything. It can be amended. So as of now, we don't have the exact number of fundamental rights. There are so many fundamental rights. There are so many rights, human rights, fundamental rights, which is written because under the ambit of these fundamental rights, we get extra rights also. So that is going to be dealt in the coming part of this video. So that's these are the 6 fundamental rights that you have to remember. Now, originally, the Constitution also includes right to property, Article 31. However, it was deleted from the list of fundamental rights by the 44th Amendment Act of 1978. At the initial part of video, if you have listened my class, you might have heard that these fundamental rights, some fundamental rights have amended in the course of time. That was the first fundamental right, that is called as right to property, Article 31. Until the year of 1978, or until the 44th Amendment Act of 1978, the individual or the citizen of this country had a fundamental right to own some property. That it's my decision, or it's my right, the basic right. The government has to give some property or avail some property. The right to property is considered as a fundamental right of a citizen. But this has so many disputes, so many issues going with that. So the coming governments, the laws, the legislature has changed from the 44th Amendment Act of 1978. In the Article 31, the right to property, the fundamental right has been eradicated or removed, and this right to property is still there, but it does not have the value of a fundamental right. So these are called as fundamental rights. Okay, 6 fundamental rights I believe I have discussed. the names of the fundamental rights. We have 6 fundamental rights, and there are so many fundamental rights that come under it. So I'm going to stop this video right now, because I'm not going to explain each and every fundamental right. From the next video onwards, you will get a full explanation, a thorough explanation of each and every fundamental right, because I don't want to create this video more than 10 minutes. So I'm going to wind up right now. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you get some kind of information from this video. If you find it very useful, beneficial, you may share, subscribe, comment, and whatever you wish to. Okay, do whatever you want to do. Okay, thank you. Bye.